is everybody doing? Hope everybody is doing well. Let me just go ahead and finish setting everything up. Excuse me. Okay, so how is everybody doing? I need to turn my volume up because for some reason I can't hear myself yet. That's because that's muted. Okay, we're in business, I think. So, hi Sam, morning, how are you doing? So I've got my Walking Dead book. Harry says hi. Harry says morning. Hey, shush, I'm live streaming. So last time we wrote down the colours that I was using for the dragon, which is good because I need those again. And we were using polychromos. She needs coffee, so shh. Stop being so loud first thing in the morning. Do you know what? It's really funny because I took their blanket off them this morning and they were quiet as pie until I turned the television on, and then they started talking. And then I turned the television off again and they were quiet. Turned the television back on and they started talking again. But so far they've been pretty quiet this morning. Just have a drink. They pretty much devoured the treat stick that we put in yesterday. You two gonna behave? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab my pencils out. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 5. 1, 3, 8. And then the blues was 1, 6, 2, 1, 5, 6, and 1, 5, 3. So I think the first thing that I want to go ahead and do is finish this wing off up here that I completely forgot about. And then I think I might go on to his spikes and then we'll finish the pinky purple off. So hopefully you can see this okay. I'll just zoom in a bit. So we're going to go straight in and start basing with the 162, which is light phthalo green in the polychromos. Let's zoom you out a touch just so the shadow is not as harsh. Can you see that okay? So Sam, guess what? I must have either slept awkward last night. Hi Carla, welcome. I must have either slept awkward or I've got a bad back. Either way, my back hurts this morning. It feels like it's in the left shoulder blade and it needs a good crack. So all I'm doing is basing the wing with the lightest colour. Now, is that a spike or is that part of the dragon's wing? Hi Kate, lovely, how are you? Good morning. It's my turn to copy. How are you doing, everybody? Spike the Hedgehog. I don't know where Spike the Hedgehog is. There he is. He's so cute. Right, I'm not sure if this is part of the dragon wing or whether it's one of these spines, so I'm going to leave that for a minute. I've got a feeling it's a spine. So what's everybody's plans for the day then? Thank you so much, Kate. They're polychromos. They're these ones. Coffee. Right, so now I'm going to go round the edge and sort of come halfway into the wing with the middle shade. So yeah, I was going to start streaming at about 11 because I'm re-watching the series Cutting It that used to come on TV with Amanda Holden and Sarah Parish and whatnot. But I watched one episode, I was like, no, I think I'm ready to live stream now. Don't know whether any of you have seen that. Yes, they've put it back on the BBC iPlayer. We've got Sky and I found it like advertised on there and I was like, oh, I'd love to rewatch that again. So yeah, binge watching that again. Now I'm on the darkest shade and I'm just going right around the outside. How old are you, Kate, if you don't mind me asking, sweet? I'm not sure if you're older than me or not. I'm 34, 35. Do you know, I don't even know how old I am. I think I'm 34. I could be 35. Okay, that's not old because if I'm 35, that's only 3 years in front of me. So if you're old, I'm old. I hope you can see what I'm doing all right. I could colour left-handed, but I can't guarantee it would look as good. I don't think I based the, not based, but yes, I'm 86. I'm January 86. It's because I've been having a dream about how old I am. I had a dream the other day saying, oh, whether I was 34 or 35. I have the most peculiar dreams. Morning, Harry. And we'll go right round the edge with the dark blue. He's so cute. No, I didn't rescue them. They were so a lady that Steve works with had got them off of a lady's daughter in flat 1 that lives here. So she took them off of the lady's daughter in flat 1, who then, okay, Kate, sweet. So she took them off of her for her son, but she didn't want them. The little boy said he didn't want them anymore. So then she phoned Steve and said, oh, would Zoe like them, because she knows they'll be looked after here. Yeah, they're over that way. Where's my camera? Here. They're over that way. Not good with this camera business. So now I'm going back over with the lightest and just doing a slightly harder pressure to pull it all together. Where's Miss Lynn this morning? I think we'll also use the blender a little bit, just to smooth those harsh edges. So I've been awake since 9, so I've been awake an hour and a half, but I'm still not fully awake yet, so do excuse me guys if I'm like rambling. I'm gonna, go ahead and fill this spike in with the pink, because I do think that that is a spike. I just realised, oh, hi Lynn, morning. I just realised, Sam, you were on about a Spike here and not Spike the Hedgehog, but you know. morning. So now I'm going to go ahead and try and do these spines, I think. Do you know what? I was half expecting the birds last night to be really noisy. But literally, once we put that blanket over them and said, right, it's night time, they were quiet as mice. All we literally heard from them was them sort of chomping away on their little treat stick. And the occasional chirrup, but very quiet chirrup. And then this morning when I uncovered them, it was sort of like they were comatose. They were kind of like, oh, what's going on? And for some reason, there was like about 5 tiny feathers of Harry's on the blanket. Not really sure why. Let's see if I can grab them. Oops. Look. These were on the blanket. So whether she decided to attack him in the middle of the night, I'm not sure. But, yeah. There's actually 6 there. They're so pretty though. So I'm just gonna keep them by the cage and show hubby when he comes home. You've got to be nice to each other. The funny thing is I can't even see where they've come out of Harry because like his tail feathers are obviously nothing like that. His head feathers are not like that. So I'm not quite sure. Last stream I thought I had an idea for the background. What's that in there? Not sure. But now I'm not sure. If I can't remember what the idea was. I'd quite like sorry. I quite how do I say it? I know what I'd quite like to do with this part of the background. There we go, managed to get it out, but not sure what I want to do with these yet. That's when you know anxiety's high, because I can't even talk. Never mind. Right, so just doing that. And I think we'll do this webbed part of the tail, the green as well. So I'll go ahead and fill that in. Okay. No problem, Kate. No problem at all, hun. Welcome back, Carla. You didn't miss much, Kate, just me sort of stumbling to try and get my words out. The usual. Sorry if I'm quiet at the minute. I'm just concentrating on the tail. Oops. It's because I've got my headphone lead underneath the book, so it's sort of not so much in the way and distracting. You going live later, Kate? How's everybody doing with their monthly coloured pages this month? I think I'm on about 14, which is usually how many I do in a month, but I should hopefully get more than that this month. Yesterday I wanted to colour, but I wasn't feeling it so much, so I did a little bit of painting with Lynn and Ashley. But then I sort of went and played a bit of COD with my other half, because he's back at work again today. But he's off tomorrow, so that's good. Okay, I'm just going to go in with the blender again. To soften that outer line. Yes, it does, doesn't it? I always find pencils take longer. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so that's the spikes and the tail done. I think I might go ahead and do some shading on the spikes. The other series I wish they'd bring back on to TV is Footballers' Wives. Hi Gavin, thanks for watching. Oh, the like Converse shoes, Kate. Are you finishing that one on a live stream or colour and chat or just in your own time? I don't know what's the matter with me this morning. My anxiety seems to be quite high, hence why I'm really quiet. I'm sorry, guys. But at least we're colouring a cute little dragon in. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the pinks. Just going to give this one a quick sharpen, so if you don't want to hear my sharpener, turn your volume down. In 3, 2, 1. Sorry about that, but I just daren't use any other sharpener on my pencils because the amount of breakages I get with manual sharpeners is unreal. I don't know, Lynn. I am quite awake. Anxiety's just been bad over the last few days. Like yesterday, didn't I? I had electrical storms in my head because Dopey here, I think I'd forgotten to take my tablets for a couple of days in a row, which then made me very emotional. And yeah, if I don't take my tablets, I get like electrical storms in my head. Nice colour. Thanks, Kate. Big hugs back. Hopefully you guys can still see this okay. Let's bring. Sorry about that noise, guys. I keep forgetting there's a microphone there. So I'm going to try and cut the belly part off here because that's the blue colour. And here comes the hot sweats, yay! And my fan's not in here. Piece of paper or something to fan myself. Let's do this little leg. So all I'm doing is just basing it with the lightest shade. And then we'll go in and do some shading. Okay guys, bear with me for 2 seconds. I'm just going to go and grab my fan because I've literally started melting. Won't be a second. This in and put it on low. Hopefully the noise won't be too annoying. Please let me know if it is. Air. Okay, I'm back. My sharpener colour, I think, was around £10–12. I'll find the link for you after the live stream, hun. But I love this thing. It's great. I mean, it's only got one sized hole, but it really is great. Please do let me know, guys, if that fan noise becomes annoying, because I can switch it off. Let's move you a bit. So did you all have a nice weekend? I decided yesterday not to cook a Sunday roast because A, I really wasn't feeling it, like standing up and cooking. B, I didn't feel like eating. So my poor other half got given a salad for Sunday dinner. But yeah. He didn't complain because he knew the kind of mood I was in, and I think if he had have complained, I might have bitten his head off, to be fair. Poor Steve. I'm not sure if you can see what I'm colouring now. Just going around the tail. And now I can move my hand. Should that be a spike on the end? I'm not sure. I'm just going to do it all pink. There we go. Now we're going to go in with the medium shade, which is 125 Middle Purple Pink. And again, just sort of darker at the edges and feather it lighter into the middle. So maybe live streams with the birds isn't going to be so bad, because it seems that when the television's off, they're quiet. That's one thing to tell the other half, isn't it, Lynn? If you want the birds to be quiet, turn the television off. Yeah, the oasis is still there. Yeah, I'll listen with headphones on. That would work for me. So Oasis is still there, but currently, well, before COVID set in, they were planning on redeveloping the area and calling it Snowasis, because they're building the UK's largest indoor ski slopes and they're putting shops and pubs and restaurants around there. So hopefully we'll have a Costa nearer to us than what we currently have. But obviously with Corona and all that jazz, it's gotten postponed. Our town centre is fastly disappearing. Over the last couple of weeks we've lost, what have we lost? So we're losing our Sainsbury's in the town centre. We have a couple of other Sainsbury's, but obviously nothing convenient and in town. We order our food shopping via internet anyway, so that's not really a problem. But you know, when you're in town and you're like, oh, I'll just grab this because we need it, we won't be able to do that in Sainsbury's anymore, which is annoying. So we'll have to go to the little Tesco's, and that doesn't have a great range, to be fair, because it's a Metro Tesco. So I'm assuming they'll probably fill that huge supermarket, it's quite a big supermarket, with an Aldi or a Lidl or something, because we've already lost Morrison's from town, and that was a huge Morrison's. We are losing House of Fraser. That was meant to be going last year, but for some reason it's stuck around. But that is a ginormous store, literally like 2 floors, and it's half of the Brunel shopping centre. So that's going to be a big loss to the town. Not that we ever really see that many people in it anyway, because they're quite expensive. We lost our ginormous Debenhams. Ours was one of the stores that got shut down. What else have we lost? The Body Shop in town went. What others are there? Thornton's closed down in town, so we only have the one in the outlet village now. It's like, you know, they're closing down in town because they have other stores, which I'm assuming are more busy, but shouldn't we be trying to keep the high street alive? I mean, I'm not one to go in town very often, because I'd rather shop online and have it delivered so I don't have to leave the comfort of my own home. But at the same point, when I do go into town, you know, I when I'm out of my comfort zone and I'm in town and enjoying it, I like to look around the shops. It just takes me a lot to get me out of the house. He usually has to bribe me, like, he's even been known to bribe me to go to Peterborough when we're at my mum's by saying he'll let me have £10 on Amazon or something. Which works for me, but and I kind of need a few days notice of, right, we're going to go into Peterborough, we're going to go into town on this day at this time. And I'm like, psych myself up. Yeah, Lynn, I miss Woolworths. I know Woolworths has been shut for years. It's still online, but it's not the same, is it? I think there's still Woolworths in, is it Scotland or Ireland? But it's like COVID is kind of the final nail in the coffin as far as the high street's concerned. I'm just going to turn you guys, bring you around this way. And I said to Steve, you know, if we get a second wave, or it really could be the end of the high street altogether. It could be the collapse of the economy, because we're already in a recession. Yeah, oh, I loved Woolies too. It just had everything, didn't it? Especially at Christmas. You knew you were okay at Christmas because you go in there and you could find something. The same with British Home Stores. I was absolutely gutted when British Home Stores shut down. They did a fantastic Christmas section. I loved their gift section. It was, oh, the amount of gifts I used to buy out of there. Bribing's awesome though, in a way. Because 9 times out of 10 we buy something in town and then I still get the £10 for Amazon anyway. I'm terrible. Yeah. It's funny because at Christmas time, I know we're talking about the dreaded C word, but at Christmas time, every year I like to have a different colour scheme, and I like everything to coordinate, and I kind of don't go for your generic red and gold or green. You know, it's usually like frosted pink or frosted purple or blue. But one year I had like parcel wrapping paper, just the bog standard brown stuff with like twine, and it looked really pretty. Another year I found sausage dog wrapping paper, and oh my gosh, that was so cute. So then I have the coordinating tags and the coordinating ribbon, and I love Christmas. I love wrapping presents up. Which works for hubby because he absolutely hates it, so I end up wrapping my own as well, with my eyes closed. Morning, Bethan. How are you? How are you doing, sweet? I haven't seen you in a while. I am using Polychromos. If you'd like to know the colours, sweet, these are them. If you want to make a note. So yeah, I love Christmas. But it's funny because my mum used to get me to wrap like some of my own presents. If she got fed up of wrapping, I would do like the tape and the folding. So I'd have to close my eyes while she covered the present, and then I'd put the tape on. Funny, and that's what me and Steve do now. The first time I mentioned it to him, he was like, "You can't wrap your own present up." And I was like, "I used to do it with Mum." So from then he was like, "Okay then, if it gets me out of doing it." luck with that, Bethan. Virtual schooling, so I take it the teachers are going to be sending your children work via the computer. I would love to do like an online art course or something, but the problem is I can't draw. I'd like to take like an online watercolour class or something. Well, I take that back. I can draw, but I can only copy. So if I'm looking at a picture on the internet or in a book or something, I can copy it. But I can't really draw from imagination. Stage 4 COPD. I'm sorry to hear that, hon. Oh no. Bless your heart. You have to be so careful, don't you? So I think the whole world is just ready for it to disappear now. Okay, so that's that middle colour done. I'm just going to go round the edges now with the darkest shade, which is Violet 138. Little typo there, Carla. Chronic pulmonary something or another. Oh, hon, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, Woolies. I knew what you meant. It's just funny. Yeah, I love the pick and mix in Woolies. The new Candy King pick and mix that you can get in Walco's and stuff just doesn't compare. It's it's funny because everybody used to get a pick and mix and be like, oh, I'll have a few of this and a few of that. Literally, my pot would just be full of Rose's strawberry and orange and Quality Street strawberry and orange creams. That was all I had in it. They are my absolute favourite chocolates at Christmas. Hubby's more for getting like heroes, celebrations. Celebrations are okay because I quite like a few of them in there. No, I haven't, Bethan. This is my first one, so I'm doing it on Livestream with you guys. This is part 2. I'm not sure if you saw part 1 or not. Yeah, I love them all. They're all so super cute. But it works well because hubby is one for hard ones, like the hard caramels and whatnot, where I absolutely hate those. I just have the soft centres, and he doesn't like the soft centres, so it's a perfect match. Yeah, sure, no problem, hun. It is under the playlist, the live stream playlist. I think I did that about a week or so ago. I meant to stream on Saturday, but I just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it, so I was like, I'll try and do it this morning. And although I am still struggling, I'm sort of plodding on. So I'm mainly going in all the places that I figure would have shade, like under his wing, here, around his belly area where Camilla D'errico's done a lot of kind of cross hatching, and under his foot here where there's a shadow. Hi Rebecca, welcome hon, how are you? Thank you for joining. Little Barney's getting there. Is anybody else colouring today? And if so, what are you going to colour? I might do some more of the Rhapsody in the Forest page that I started yesterday. Thank you, Sam. Yeah, same as me then, Rebecca. Plodding on. I'll show you what I started yesterday. So I based my leaves with yellow gouache and I tried to do a blue birdie because yesterday I got 2 budgies. So I named them Ginny and Harry, so now I'm going to try and do these birds like my birds. And I think Ashley has already finished her page of this. But as I wasn't feeling it so much, I didn't get very far. You've started Gnomes Mushrooms one in Mythomorphia. Which one's that, Lynn? She says as she grabs her Mythomorphia. Let's have a look. Zoom you guys out for a minute so you can see what I'm looking at. It's not this one because we've already done that one. Oh, you can hear the fan now, can't you? Sorry about the fan, guys. Close to the beginning, double page. Ah, that one. You're doing this one. Good luck with that. Rather you than me. We know how I feel about mushrooms. I get so fed up of colouring mushrooms. There we go. Which one have you got coming, Carla? Ooh, you've started with the sky, Lynn. I'm checking your temperature. You never start with the background. Speaking of backgrounds, I think that's what we're going to have to go on to soon, guys, because... Oops. Let's move this out the way. We've nearly finished Barney. Okay, let's do a little bit of blending. Does it sound like there's someone hoovering outside or something? You're trying a new blending colour palette. I'm intrigued, Lynn. Oh, that's fantastic, Rebecca. Okay, Bethan, have a nice nap. Thank you so much for joining, sweet, and love to your mum. I hope your little one's getting okay with the homeschooling. No problem, hun. Oh, bless you. Polys are easy to use, I think. It's very light pressure and just layer them up. So by new colour palette, you mean like colours you haven't used on a background before? And do you mean paints or pencils or pastels? Okay, I want to leave a little highlight around the tail here, so I'm going to blend right at the base of the tail. Sorry if I'm turning the page, guys. Arteza pencils. I've been loving my Arteza lately. I don't like to leave any of my pencils neglected. I like to try and sort of rotate what I'm doing and use them all. Right, so I think we will call him done. Just just need to do his belly and then he'll be finished. You're layering. How fun. Let's bring you in while we do his tummy. Oh, I need to move you away from that fan, don't I? Because it's annoying. Sorry guys, bear with. There we go, hope that's better. Okay, hon, don't worry, Kate. Don't worry, hon. That's still blowing, isn't it? Let's move my fan over here. You've had enough with it. That didn't last very long. Okay, I'm gonna switch it off because if it's annoying me, it's probably annoying you guys. There you go. It's really quiet now. Might have to go back on if I get another sort of flush, but... Morning, John. How are you? Thank you for joining. Okay, take care, Kate. Thank you for joining, hun. Take care, sweet. I'll message you later. How are you then, John? I had to double check, like look at your name twice. Oh gosh, that's not a good thing. And then I realised you were Sam's John. Okay, so that is our little Barney done. Now we need to try and decide what we want to do for the background. His eyes. You're quite right. Let's do his eyes. Just going to pop my pencils away. So please bear with me for a second. Okay, so eyes, we will go for dark chrome yellow, cadmium yellow, and light cadmium yellow, I think. Let's pull the little book in and a pen. Hopefully a pen that decides it wants to work for me. So lightest, we're going to go for light cadmium yellow, which is 105 as our base. And then cadmium yellow, which is 107. And then dark chrome yellow, which is 109. There we go. So they're the colours we're going to use for his eyes. We'll start off with the lightest. Let's see, I think that's a highlight there as well. I think there's two highlights on this eye. I've got one here and one here. Yeah, sure, John. Recently I've been using the Derwent blender, but as you can see, it's going to be retired. But the ones I usually buy are the Polycolour, the Kohinoor ones from Cult Pens, because they're like 82 pence each. And the speed that I get through these things, it's cheaper just to get the cheaper ones. It does exactly the same job. Yeah, I might do some shading on his scales as well, Carla. So I'm just going around the centre with the medium colour. Like so. And then right in the middle with the darkest colour. That's his eyes done. Oops. Like so. I need the darkest shade again then, 138. I'll do some more work on the scales. think I used the medium one actually, which was 125. Just realised as well my backing sheet is not underneath because it's in my other book that I was working in yesterday. There we go. I'll probably go ahead and finish these ones off camera. Cute creepy one with my new pencils. Oh, I'm still learning too, Carla. Yeah, I'll do the rest of the scales off camera and we'll go ahead and start doing some of the background, I think. That's going to have to go back on because I'm melting again. Right, so what to do for the background? I'm kind of feeling really dark blues and then like clouds maybe. The other thing is to figure out sometimes, John, yeah. This one, the light's directly on my dragon. If I turn him round. So that's why I've got light areas sort of everywhere. Here, here, here. So the light's directly on it. But yeah, most of the time I'll usually come in from one of the corners. Just deciding whether I want to start the background today or save it for my next live stream so I have time to think about what I really want to do with it. We've been streaming for an hour and 20 now, so I think I might go ahead and wrap up this live stream. Because yeah, I really do want to brainstorm. I don't just want to jump in, if you get me, and I want to plan my colours out and everything as well. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining. We have finished our cute little Barney the Dragon, at least. I'm going to go ahead and finish his scales off in my own time, and we will be back with part 3 sometime where we will do the background. Thanks for joining everyone. Thank you for coming, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye. See you next time. Happy colouring.